From the mid-90s to the early noughties, this man was one of India's leading fast bowlers. With close to 300 international wickets, Venkatesh Prasad was an effective seamer who excelled both at home and abroad. While his playing days may be over, Venki, as he's affectionately known, is still involved with cricket as a domestic-level coach. And when he's not too busy with those assignments, the 44-year-old enjoys spending time on the golf course.
It's a lovely game. The only difference is that you're hitting a stationary ball and you're competing against yourself in golf. That's an amazing thing there. When you hit the ball well, you feel good, and when you don't hit it, you're really frustrated. I'm telling you, it's an amazing game. It really brings you down sort of to ground zero.
During his cricketing career, Venki was known to bring many top batsmen back down to earth with his deceptive slower delivery. As a youngster, he burst onto the scene in 1994 when he made his ODI debut against New Zealand. No doubt getting that national call-up was an honour, but what made it extra special was the fact that he was sharing the new ball with his hero, Kapil Dev.
I really grew up watching him bowl. And I made my debut for India in '94 playing the one-dayers. And Kapil Dev was my idol at one stage when I was growing up. And in '94, '95, I'm opening the bowling with Kapil Dev. I mean, that feeling is something which I cannot really express. I think that's an outstanding feeling, to bowl along with your hero.
While Kapil may have been his hero, his partner in crime in the years that followed was Javagal Srinath. The duo spearheaded India's pace attack and bagged an astonishing 843 wickets between them. Plus, with both hailing from the state of Karnataka, their friendship off the field worked wonders on it.
The only difference between Srinath and me was he was very quick, probably the fastest bowler I would say that India has ever produced. He used to hit 145, 150 at times. I'm telling you, he was really dangerous. He had a superb action, the ball coming back to him, into the batsman, and it is not easy to play him at all. So it was wonderful bowling along with him, and Srinath sharing a lot of experience. He used to get the ball back in, and I used to take the ball out to the batsman. So that again helped both of us.
Prasad went on to represent the country at 2 ICC Cricket World Cups, both in 1996 when India reached the semi-finals and in 1999. For him though, the moment that stands out in his career came in the longer format of the game. In the first test against Pakistan, played at Chennai in January 1999, he ended with figures of 6 for 33. This included a devastating spell of 5 for none. Venki believes that his key to success on the test front was a simple line and length approach.
No matter how conditions, whether conditions are going to suit you or not, still you got to be hitting those lines and hitting those lengths, isn't it? I mean, you cannot just say, okay, the condition is going to help me, and I bowl here and there or wherever, not being accurate and still expect wickets, isn't it? So in that sense, whether it's India, whether it's Sri Lanka or South Africa, England, or West Indies, you got to be hitting those lengths.
In the years towards the end of his time as a player, Venki struggled with injuries and also suffered a dip in form. He eventually called time on his international career in October 2001. Following retirement, he took a keen interest in coaching and had stints with the India under-19 side and the senior team, among a whole host of other domestic assignments. Today, he's taken the love for coaching onto the silver screen as well.
ಹರಿಯೋ ನದಿನ ಬೀಸೋ ಗಾಳಿನ ಯಾರೂ ತಡೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Venki recently starred in a movie entitled Sachin Tendulkar Ala, a film that follows the journey of a child named Sachin who suffers from autism but is determined to live his dream of playing for the country.
It's like how, you know, I've been facing this camera now. And in the same way, you've got to be facing the camera there as well. So in that sense, I was quite used to. But acting-wise, it is different. You know, fair enough, you can say the dialogues, but then you got to have that feeling. that voice modulation has to be there as well. I mean, so those sort of techniques you need to understand. But then, look, I was just doing my job. What I'm doing off the screen, that is coaching. That's exactly what I was doing on screen as well.
Venki's flair for coaching is there for all to see. He's worked with some of the best teams in the domestic setup, and more recently, he spent time with a few franchises in the Indian Premier League. That said, there's still one permanent role he's very keen to get his hands on, if given the opportunity.
My goal is to coach the Indian team, as a coach or an assistant coach or as a bowling coach or whatever it is, to be able to contribute to the development of the players. So I'm really looking forward for such roles in future as well. There's no doubt about it.
Whether you call him a former cricketer, coach, average golfer, or even a movie star, Venkatesh Prasad is passionate about every hat he dons. And with the wide range of talent he possesses, no doubt we'll be keeping a very close eye on what the next innings has in store.